Good stuff. So how are you?
Excellent.
Got Sean Wheelock on Skype, which is pretty cool. Let's get to Skype. And I'm Skyping. Am I Skyping over the water? This
I'm
is,
sorry?
I said, and I'm Skyping over the water. I'm crossing the
I live in
bridge right
I
now.
live in Kansas City.
Oh,
I'm
you
a
do?
fellow Midwesterner just like you.
Oh, you are? Even cooler. I knew we had a bond
There you
from the
go.
beginning while we were hooking up. So this Friday is when the big show is going down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Caesars just from across the border. I guess south of the border, right? It's the southern border crossing from Detroit to Windsor, Ontario. I've been to Detroit a number of times, and I have been to Windsor. I'm really looking forward to it. And obviously, Detroit is a phenomenal fight city, one of the best fight cities in the world. I was a huge Tommy Hearns guy when I was a little
Ah,
kid.
yeah.
MMA is always big in Canada. Bellator has twice played Canada, and we've sold out both shows. So I hope we go perfect 3 for 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So what type of crowd? Like this is my first go at this. So what type of crowd do they actually do they usually bring?
We get a fun crowd. I'll tell you, it's going to be probably 40, 45% female in the crowd.
Really?
My wife wasn't sure about this whole MMA thing, and she loves coming to the events. And,
Uh-huh.
you think, oh, it's going to be 98% guys, and that is not true. You get
Right.
There's almost a 50-50 split. A lot of women come. It's a fun time. Some people like to dress up. Some people like me are more casual, just wearing their hoodies and wearing their T-shirts. But
Uh-huh.
it's a great crowd. People have fun. And, if you've never seen MMA, if maybe you only like boxing or you're new to combat sports, you'll have fun.
Right.
You follow Bellator, you follow mixed martial arts, you get to see it in person. There's nothing like it. As great as it is on TV,
Hmm.
it's a lot better in person. You hear the punches land and the kicks.
You seem like a fighter. I'm into it with you. You moving? Think I'm gonna be somewhat a pro by the end of this weekend. I should be cool.
If you sit cage side, don't wear a white shirt, though, because you always have the chance of a little bit of blood flying on your shirt. So it's better to wear dark colors like this.
Oh man, that was a great heads up. Yeah, I didn't know that.
There
So
you
I'm
go.
taking a mental note right now because I definitely probably would have thrown something. That's why they told me to wear black.
That's it.
Oh, and my black shoes. Now it all makes sense.
There you
Gotcha.
go.
Good looking out, Sean. All right. So how did you actually break out into this? I know
Well,
that.
I've been a commentator for a long time, and I love mixed martial arts. I saw the very first UFC event. I'm one of only about 4 people I know who actually bought it. To tell you the truth, my mom bought it for me. I was a kid. But 1495 on November 12th, 1993, for the
Down
first
pat.
MMA event ever, I was hooked. And I
Hmm.
just had to figure out how to get into it. And I worked for Pride. I was the last commentator, which was a great promotion in Japan. I worked for M1, where we were going to Europe and Asia about every month. And
Hmm.
2010, January of that month, I signed with Bellator. This is my third year with the company, and I've never been with a better company. I've never had more fun, and I've done other things in this business. I did a Super Bowl in Detroit. I also worked for the British Broadcasting
Huge.
Corporation. Did the Super Bowl. My best recollection of that game
Hmm.
was that with your international media, they don't care you're a kid from Kansas. Your international media, we
Right.
were stuck at the far end of Ford Field. I mean, we were at the top of Ford Field. Radio Russia was to my left, and Radio China was to my right. And we were, I think, in the broom closet was behind me. We were at the top of Ford Field, but it was a blast getting in Detroit for the Super Bowl.
Huge. Well, I said congratulations to all that you have accomplished. Like you said, you've been with the company for 3 years. It's a huge accomplishment, and I can see the excitement on your face. And this is what you do, and people want that. That's what people look for in a job is that you get to do something that you love every day. It's pretty
Absolutely,
huge.
and we're all fight people. And when I watch sports, I'm a huge sports fan. I mean, hey, I'm talking to you from Kansas, so what do you think I was watching last night? I didn't go to KU, but you can't
Okay.
escape if you live in Kansas.
Uh-huh.
I want to hear passion in the voice of commentators. When I hear commentators and I'm watching on TV, no matter what sport it is, I want to know that they're really into it. And I can smell out phonies just like any viewer can. So when people watch me, they watch my broadcast partner, Jimmy Smith, on Bellator, on MTV2, and on Spike.com, they know that we're into this. That if we weren't commentating, we'd still be watching. We were fight guys all the way. And I think that's what you really want. You want people who are knowledgeable, obviously,
Hmm.
but they love it. I mean, this is my passion. I'm immersed.
Huge. I see it. I actually used to want to be a sportscaster for basketball. So that's huge. That's why I said I see it in you because, yeah, that's pretty big. You know the game. So tell me about the champs that are going to be fighting this Friday at Windsor.
So Ben Askren,
Hmm.
he's married to a Kansas City girl. His wife grew up about 15 minutes from where I grew up. He went to Kansas
Oh,
City. Ben comes out of wrestling, like a lot of the MMA guys do.
okay.
Ben's undefeated mixed martial arts. He went to the Olympics in 2008, represented the United States in freestyle wrestling. four-time All-American at University of Missouri, two-time national champion, undefeated. Ben's the type of guy you love to hate. I really like him a lot. I think he's a really cool guy. But Ben says, I'm going to come in, I'm going to beat you, and what are you going to do about it?
Mm-hmm.
That rubs a lot of fighters the wrong way. Douglas Lima, who he's fighting, interesting kid, very quiet, very humble, very respectful, not going to talk any trash. His parents moved him from Brazil to Atlanta, Georgia when he was 11 years old, and he just worked his way up the fight game. So you have Douglas Lima, who really came into MMA as a total unknown, worked his way up and earned his world title shot. And Ben Askren came into MMA as an Olympian and a very, very high-profile guy. So two very different guys.
Yeah, two polar opposites.
5 rounds, this is going to go down. Douglas Lima is a really mellow guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Askren likes to wind people up, and I think Ben Askren has wound him up. Just needling. Ben Askren likes to go to Twitter. So it's going to be a little bit of bad blood in this fight.
Oh, man. So I'm going to have my black shirt ready.
That's
But
right.
I don't know. I got to come suited. I got to be ready. So speaking of suited, I'm doing, I'm the ring card girl, the celebrity ring card girl.
Heard that you're our guest Bellator girl.
Oh, wow. I'm looking forward to it. So what should I be getting ready for?
Well, you got to look your best. You know that. Because everyone, and the women dress up. You know, the women dress up at MMA. That's fair warning. Women always dress up. We have 2 really lovely Bellator girls, Mercedes Terrell and Jade Bryce. Okay. And so they're going to be dressed up, but I think you're going to outshine them. I think it's going to be a big night.
Look at you gaining bonus points, Kansas City. I'm a fan now.
You're going to be ready for it. So
cool.
And here's the big thing for you. You get a minute between rounds. Use that whole minute. The tendency is to get in there and want to circle and be out of there in 10 seconds. Spread your stuff. Use that whole 1 minute.
No lie, I just practiced holding the folder up, and I was just doing all my little rounds, walking around.
There you are.
I'm ready.
Nice.
Sean. Put me in. I'm in the game. Okay, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. You just got me that much more excited. I was hyped to do it, but now it just seems like it's going to be 10 times better because they got you doing the play-by-plays, and I'm going to be in the ring, and we're going to be a duo, and we're going to kill it. It's going to be a great fight.
Fun. You're gonna wink at me, right? Because I'll be sitting right below you as you're walking around. You have to look down and give me a wink.
Of course. Do you see? Look.
There you go.
Practice.
Nice.
So I can't wait to meet you. I hope you have a safe travel across the water, and I should see you pretty soon, Friday.
I am in on tomorrow, and I will see you on Friday night.
Okay. Well, I'm just across the water, so I'll be there. It takes me 5 minutes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice speaking with you. All right. One more wink.
That's it. There you go. Okay.
All right. Take care.
See you. Thank you very much.